It is the 20th of Hematite, early summer. The year is 255 of the Mythic Age. We are at Armorrazors, where the drink has run completely out. Because in order to create a buffer of empty barrels, the manager of the fortress paused the brew drink from plants order, preventing any dwarf from making any alcohol. Hopefully, some wise dwarf will quickly fix this problem so that we will have something for our dwarves to consume. I did not mean to leave that on pause for an entire episode. Leaving it on pause for that whole time has really made us out of drinks, but they should be able to catch up quick. In fact, we will probably adjust our work order here to make it 2 at least for a while. So they'll make 2 brews per day. Suddenly there's 5 drinks. Luckily we did this when there's only 7 dwarves. There's 10 drinks will last, like each day will make enough drinks to last for quite a few days. But wow, what a thing to do. These poor dwarves, they don't even know they don't even know why I did that. They don't know. It's not they don't understand. So I'm going to delete this because we don't need it anymore. Dog is still hurt, which is really displeasing, but we do have a puppy now. At least 1, maybe even 2. We're going to put this as what it was always meant to be, which is a barracks. We're going to assign a militia commander, who is going to be... Where are we? Militia commander. Going to be our woodcutter. Almost. Amos Almost. And Amos Almost is going to be the topic of our quick review at the beginning of today's episode. Amos Almost is an experienced woodcutter. He's starting to become a novice carpenter. But he is also somewhat able with military school, although he has become rusty because we haven't gotten him going and training. He's not very old. He disdains harmony. He disdains introspection. He's bad with words, has a poor memory, and he's quick to despair, but he's vengeful. He values, like others in his culture, he holds crafts dwarfmanship to be the highest of ideals and celebrates talented artisans and their masterworks. Has a great deal of respect for the law, greatly prizes loyalty, values family greatly, sees friendship as one of the finer things in life, believes that honesty is a high ideal, greatly respects artists and their works, deeply respects those that work hard at their labors, respects fair dealing and fair play, values cooperation, finds merrymaking and partying worthwhile activities, values martial prowess, values leisure time, respects commerce, values knowledge, and finds nature somewhat disturbing. He is a dwarf, after all. He personally doesn't respect a society that has settled into harmony without debate and strife, finds introspection to be a waste of time, and doesn't care if others take the time to master skills. He dreams of raising a family. We have 2 people whose primary goal is to raise a family, but it's interesting that he doesn't care about the mastery of skills like other dwarves do, at least not as much. He likes stoneware, bismuths, coral, clear glass, giant great horned owl leather, gems, earrings, lots of stuff that he's going to be able to find in here. Good. His relationships, he is a close friend to everybody, except for Hoof, who he only just likes. He is our militia commander, so hopefully he adopts well to that role. Let's create a new squad using metal armor. And we will immediately make a new schedule for them. So add a new one, and we're going to call it On-Off. As opposed to their staggered training, I like a version of staggered training that alternates between when they're doing training and when they're not at a faster rate. Let's view the monthly schedule, and we'll copy this, and we just paste. So every other month, this way they'll have more opportunity to raise their skills, go back to their other activities, not really feel stuck doing this all the time and getting upset because they can't spend any time at the forge. Let's copy this and paste it here. So that's it. We just do every other month. We put him on that monthly order. Get out of here. Hopefully he can find everything he needs. He has currently his axe, which he will keep, I'm rather sure, because we only have axes, so there's no really other weapons he could pick from. Hopefully we can get some booze out. Stop people from being dry, because that wasn't going to be very good for very long. And yeah, people will hopefully start to bring this stuff in as well. We have built this little drip temple where the water splashes and people get misted sometimes. You know, it's not a perfect place for getting misted, but it does work. See? Relieved at being near a waterfall. The longer they spend in there praying, the more likely they're to get dripped on, which is exactly what we're hoping for. We have 2 big projects for today. 3, really, if you include the fact that we have to build our first rooms. Just inside of our very first room here, we want to have a... like... usually I put a tavern there. Questioning that today, though. I'm really questioning whether or not the first thing in here should be a tavern. I mean, it is just a digging project after all. There. Let me just break this in. Let me just bring this down. Let me do 2 on each of these. Is that big enough? So we put, so this will be occupied. This row will be occupied. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe we build it out 1 more in every direction. That kind of makes it a little bit of an awkward shape because we did it a bit differently, but that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with this. This will probably be big enough. So this will be our new tavern. So anybody who is coming down the shaft into the living area passes through the temple, which we'll try to make beautiful, into the tavern. We got to come up to here because this was what we expected. We want to create so this, let's place these workshops just so we can know what these outside stockpiles should be so we can start getting them into place. On the bottom, we've put stone. So besides stone, we usually put a crafts workshop. Beside the crafts workshop, we're going to put in a mechanics workshop. That'll let us get rid of the one outside. Beside the mechanics workshop, I'm not sure yet. This side, though, is going to, I think, be the actual metalworking part, so we'll put in a furnace smelter. We will put in a... whoops, that's not right. We'll put in a metalsmith right there. Up here, we need a wood burner. So furniture... nope, workshop. Wood burner. Then here, we're going to put in a... I think we're going to put in a glass furnace. And I think this will be an ashery. But I'm not sure what the last one is going to be. This isn't supposed to be the permanent one. Of course, eventually we'll go down and build in magma. This is so that we can get industries that we need started right now without having to wait. We also want to see if we have all of our floor grates built. Use closest material. 1. Oops, that's not how we want to do this. Construction. Floor grate. Keep building after. 3, 4, which should make the holes safe for the dwarves. Also, people are going to get splashed on this level as well, which is nice. Then we got to plan out what's going to happen down here. These rocks here, they need to be forbidden and made invisible, because we do not want dwarves down here chasing rocks into an area that they can't get out of. That's wrong. We don't want that. Look at all the rocks down here. Rocks from all the places above will have fallen down there. There we go. We could also potentially make this into a misting room or something else, but we don't. We might make this into a second floor for someday for living. And if we do that, then we can make that a misting floor, which would be cool. Up here, you can see this room we made is filling with 1 drops of water, and they're dripping down the holes, which is what we want. Down here, you can see that water is accumulating. We are going to need a vent. Also, this level here, where are we looking at here? So if we look at, let's say, where indeed? I'm going to move back this way with the water, and we're going to try to build a second reservoir. This reservoir is very small. We may have to delay this. We may need to turn all this stuff into 4s so that we can get that so we can get the drainage done. You can finish the one you're working on though, buds. Send my dwarves down to, what is the level we're working with? This is the level we want to work with, right? Because this is the, yeah, so here is the level we want to work with. We want our dwarves to come out to the side this way, build up this way, come over to here, build right to the top of the map. This shouldn't take long at all because it's not far. There it is. Tell our dwarves, hey diggers, it's time to be back on dig duty. People are upset. Probably because we didn't have drink for a bit. Hopefully we can fix that soon by making bedrooms for them. That was really my hope. I was hoping to be making bedrooms first, but let's speed up a bit. I don't want this. I wanted these to be 1s so that they would do them first. Go. Like this. Hopefully the fact that I denied them drink is going to make them not too unhappy for too long. This is all going to be fine. Probably going to forbid most of what's in this hall. Why don't we just get ready for doing that already? Because this is all going to be behind the wall. Forbid everything they make. Fire a gate. Too bad about that. Okay, and then I want them to no longer just dig, but I'd rather, if anyone, do it. Wait, do we have to smooth that first, or can we do this first? It's got to be a smooth wall first. Oh well, it was worth a shot. Sometimes they'll just run back and do it, but nope, that's not what's happening today. Not today. Okay, maybe actually today. This is the undiggable edge of the map, right? Like, if I place dig spots here, it won't do it, right? Yeah. Good enough. What is this? Oh, this poor stray lamb has been stung by a bee. Eat. Item is inaccessible. It's not surprising. Okay. Let's go to here. I want them to dig this out. Don't have enough empty food storage bins again. Because we never seem to make enough. Do I care if the water comes back this way, or would I rather unlock these two, lock this one, tell people to build a wall? I guess here. Yeah, I guess here. So that means we need to change this, because what we just did will cause the dwarves to get all messed up. So let's take that. We will actually unlock these two. We will tell them to build the wall here using the closest material. Guys, come on. Good job. Love to see you handling them both yourself. That should just drain off. It's fine. That should keep this from ever being a problem. That basin is perfectly safe now. It will drain off through this. Let's just make all these guys that we have told them we've banned from them invisible. So we don't have to look at them because they're eyesores. We can actually make this guy available now because, you know, they're on the good side of the wall. And we have our first migrants. We should just stop for a second. We're up to 15 migrants, which is great. People are feeling a little better than they were before, which is also great. Let's go to the top and look at our new people. All right, new arrival. We have a bowyer. We have a woodcutter. Okay. We have a stone cutter. Who else do we got? We got this doctor. They gave us a doctor. We went to all the trouble to make sure we had a doctor, and they gave us a doctor anyway. All right, that's fine. It's fine. How good a doctor is this doctor? Competent in everything. So actually, suturer, yeah, better. Just better. So she's going to be named Savesh. Let's make sure we spell her right. Sarvesh. Feel like that happens every time. I start typing without actually having clicked on it. So let's go to this new doctor. I'm just going to call her Doc. Doc, good enough. But Doc, and now we have this new peasant. He has any skills of worth? Dabbles at everything. No combat skills. Competent speaker. Pacifier, negotiator. Flatterer, but he's rusty, so he hasn't been flattering people in a while. He's rusty at being a musician, a singer, a swimmer, and a poet. And he knows a bunch of stuff. All right. He's socializing right away. He has a wife, the leather worker. That's cool. Oh, he's here with a friend, this bone carver, Lore. We look at his preferences. Well, we'll look at his overview. Disdains fairness, disdains romance, poor focus, unswayed by emotion, strong, scatterbrained. Okay. Okay, that defines somebody for me. In fact, I know what we're going to call him. We're going to call him Aban. Aban? His name's going to be Marbles. Aban Marbles. Check. So his wife, we'll do his wife next. So let's go to the Relations tab and look at his wife. Okay. Oh, they share the friend. The friend is the person they both like. Oops. Former member of the Hammer of Bronze. So she is actually from... She's actually from Brass Bronze of Woods because that's their government. Oh, and she's from their Craftsdwarfs Guild. All right. We were going to call... Let's look at your basic stuff. Disdains power, disdains perseverance, resists sickness, good analytical ability, extravagant, and good focus. Okay. And her personality, we'll look at her preferences here. Claystone, pig iron, Claro. You know, I like Claro. Like Claro. So we'll call her Arush. Did it again. Told ya, like every time. It's marbles. So we are in Arush. So Arush. And her name is Claro. Claro. Good. And then we'll do their friend next. Relation. Their friend. Okay, they're a bone carver. I imagine they're also from there. Yep, from Hammer of Bronze. The craft dwarf from Hammer of Bronze. Skills. Legendary bone carver. That's cool. Lots of other skills. Combat. Dabbling observer. Social. Pretty good social skills. Other skills. Alright. Alright. I think we're going to call her Knuckles. Her name is going to be Lore. To call her Knuckles. Who do we have left? We have this new miner. Okay, we have this bowyer, this woodcutter, and this stone cutter. We got a lot of people in this first go. So we're going to need more miners. First thing we're going to do is we're just going to... Well, we got to finish naming people. We can't get ahead of ourselves. Itten, Ebasun, Iten. So he, let's see, his groups. He's from the Silvers of Subtlety. Hammer of Bronze, of course, Impervious Channel. So he came to the Hammer of Bronze from the Slivers of Subtlety, I think. It's interesting that this place is called the Brass Sack when I said I wanted to make a brass fortress here if possible. Who are you going to be? What is your overview? Values power, disdains tranquility, bad with words, temperate, not inclined to create art, depression prone. And we'll look at your preferences. You like brimstone? Call you Brims? We're gonna do it again. We almost did it again. Brims. Good. And now we have this bowyer. Let's check where they're from. They're also from the Hammer of Bronze. So their relations. Stonecutter is his wife. Also friends with this person. Knows the others, I'm pretty sure. Yep, knows lots and lots of different people from the Hammer of Bronze. This is the girlfriend of the expedition leader. But I don't think I recognize anybody else in this list from there. Alright, you are a bowyer. You are an accomplished bowyer as well. You're a talented mason, but you're rusty. No combat skills, social skills, a little bit of other stuff too. Okay. Your overview is you are an accomplished bowyer. This is your skills. I'm reading them wrong. Disdains eloquence, good intuition, not creative. Disdains stoicism, prone to discord, low stamina. And then looking at personality, we look at preferences: lignite, platinum, green diamond, jute, the color amber, mountains, shields. I'm gonna call him Buck, like buckler. Ubid. This is gonna be Buck. And that leaves us, I think, with one or two more people. Yep. Let's see. Stonecutter here. I think this is someone's wife. Let's look at relations here. Yep, Buck's wife. All right, her skills are, she's a legendary stonecutter. Novice planter, okay. Combat, all rest. She, interesting. In spite of being a legendary stonecutter, we may make her a soldier. Social. Other skills. She's a good student. So dabbling at concentration. Knows some poems. Let's look at, she's great feel for the surrounding area. Okay, she is somewhat fearful in the face of imminent danger. She does not easily hate or develop negative feelings. A turnaround from experiencing trauma in 2053. What happened in 2053? Is that when the migration wave came, where the two people were killed by the Etten on the edge of Brass Bronze of Woods? I think that might be what that was from. Maybe. Let's look at her actual thoughts and see if she has memories that will tell us. Remembers experiencing trauma, became slower to hate, being rescued. Oh, wait a second. She remembers she's relieved at being rescued. I think she's the one that got attacked by the giant bat in the fishery. I do. I think she was the one that got attacked by the giant bat in the fishery. One of my dwarves in my fishery got attacked by a giant bat because I left one of the roof panels off. I think she might be the one who was attacked by the giant dwarf because she was rescued. And yeah, we specifically assigned a orderly so she could be taken up to the hospital. That might be her. All right. Well, I don't know if it's her for sure, but it's her in my mind. So we're going to call her Batty. Because, of course, she, according to her thing, she recovered from that trauma. I'm going to call her Batty. And I'm definitely making her a soldier. Even though she's afraid in conflict. I think she'll get better over time. I think that she'll do better. So let's, she's 61 years old. And our last new person, this part always takes so much time. So I guess we're not going to do anything else today. We're just going to do this, and it's probably going to be the end of the episode. Let's see who this is. This is Id, their woodcutter, their high master woodcutter. They're a competent fish dissector. I actually specifically remember this character because I was thinking of making her the a fisher dwarf. All right. Let's see. Relations. She's friends with Claro. Do we know anybody else in here? This person keeps coming up. This might be Zast. This might be the Zast that is... It's definitely not the Zast who is the expedition leader, but I think this might be the Zast that's the spear dwarf. The one who killed the Etten and killed the Cyclops. Sodal again. That is the longtime girlfriend of the other fortress's expedition leader. Just trying to figure out if anybody knew any of the big dwarves, the ones that I would never ever mistake. That right there, I think this is... Oh, I don't know. I do know, like, this I think is the spear person. There are two Mincots in there, and I think this is... I don't think this is the Baron. I think this isn't the Baron. Oh, the Baron's last name does start with F, so this might be the Baron. It would be a coincidence if it wasn't. That both of the Mincots in that fortress had an F name. Anyway, that's enough of that. We're supposed to be focusing on this game. So she disdains peace, recovers quickly, disdains harmony, poor analytical ability, values competition, and is anger prone. Okay. Okay. Looking at her skills. High Master Woodcutter. Competent Fish Dissector. She's done a lot of everything, which is normal for a dwarf that is brought up in a player fortress. She's been dabbled in a little bit of every single thing you can possibly do. She's got this, though, which is interesting. It's one of my woodcutters. Let's look at her. She's not a combat dwarf. Proficient conversationalist, skilled persuader, intimidator, comedian. Interesting. Very interesting. So I am going to, well, I'm going to call her Split. Id Split. Because that is one of the things you do with an axe. You use it to split wood. So our dwarves are now Brims, Wheelie, Shale, Buck, Splint, Split, and they happen to be next to each other. Almost, Batty, Knuckles, Claro, Nick, Hoof, Micah, Doc, and Marbles. There you go. A full set of wonderful dwarves. What are we going to do now? Well, I think we're actually out of time. Because of all the new dwarves that came in, all we really got done was, well, we cut this out. You know, we're going to do a little bit more. Just a touch more. We're going to tell them to finish this. This should now be safe because this drain should prevent this from ever being able to overflow. And we are going to cut out the first rooms. I'm going to cut out a room on this side and this side using my macros. So we're just going to go up here to settings. When you're doing macros, you need to make sure you turn on your keyboard cursor. You need to both have your keyboard cursor on when you set them, and you need to have your keyboard cursor on when you finish them. Let's just go to here. And let's go to Control L. This is how you load a macro that you've previously done, and then just select it, and then push Enter. And then we should be able to push Control key, and it'll just play. There we go. So that will tell them to build those rooms. Erase the top because we don't actually know what we're doing over there. And then we want to move our cursor down to here. But we want to make sure with the cursor we're moving is push up. We should actually probably put a call this the first home, because they have built now their first home. And then we want to find our, there it is. So we want to push Control L and switch to northeast, north and east, and then we want to Control P. There we go. So they will build out these 20 theoretical rooms. And yeah, I think that's going to be it. We need to preserve this side over here, or we could build up, right? We haven't done anything up except this chamber. This chamber doesn't matter though, so we could build like the kitchen and the storage area for food right above the tavern. I like to do that. It's not really a problem unless you're popping up into a aquifer like this. So that's what I think we're going to do. So here's our basic first living area, all planned out. The dwarves will be able to handle this fine. Tavern. First in, first migrant wave. We do need to do a couple of other things though. We have beds, right? We have work orders for beds, but we want to go down here and we want to make a work order for doors. Like a real door work order. We want to make stone door. Where is it? Rock door, there it is. And it's going to be the same as beds. And just like with beds being the most important, we also make doors the most important for rock. We put this at 20. We want to do non-economic hard rock. The number... Wait, no. This one is 5. This one is 20. That'll get him making doors so that we can get those rooms made. And we will set what we want over here quickly. So we're going to put a stockyard here. And it is going to be for bars. See, we want bars. Let's put them all in, but we want to remove wood. And we want to remove the other materials, all the ones that we're going to put in here. I think that's good. Yes. Okay, bars and blocks can go in there. We probably also should put in here... Actually, we're going to put armor down here. No, that's where crafts goes. Maybe we'll put armor at the top. Maybe we'll... Yeah, so let's do the next one. We're going to put armor and... Going to put armor here. We're also going to put ash. Except, so we want to put armor here. So all go down to other materials. We do not want yarn, silk, shell, leather, or bone, or plant cloth. Everything else can go here. We're also going to put sand here. Bags of sand. Now, where the heck is bags of sand? I'm gonna search for sand. Oops. And we're just gonna check each of these. No. Not an animal. Bars and blocks. Sandstone is not right. No. Black sand? It's a coin? Alright. Well, I mean, black sand's the only kind of sand we have, but we'll just put all sand there. It's fine. That's good. Okay, and then over here, we want to put a quick... Nope, that's not right. Okay, we want to put custom... We want siege. This one's a tough one. But weapon and trap components, definitely. Just put them all there. We don't want siege ammo. This might be enough. Oh, that's what we're missing. We're missing a gem worker shop. That's what this one will be for. Yeah, okay. I did make the right number. Thank you. So we want to make one here, and this one is going to be for specifically crafts, like finished goods, and specifically we want stone and clay, metal, gems, all types but no other materials. We don't want any clothes here though. Armor, backpacks, footwear, handwear, headwear, legwear, and also flasks, I think. Yes, and we will actually click all on this and remove the things we specifically don't want here. Silk, shell, I guess tooth counts too. I don't have it anywhere else though. Plant cloth, leather, bone. That should get this area a little bit better sorted. We do need a bigger stockpile for stone. So that's going to have to happen. But I think that's all for this episode. Oh, that one went way over. Well, that's too bad. Thank you for watching. My name is Huntener, and this has been Armorrazors, our Dwarf Fortress game. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider giving me a like or checking something else out on the channel. If you've been here before and you found you liked this episode, you may find you like everything else enough that you subscribe. That would be nice of you, and I would thank you very much. It really helps. I hope to see you again next time we're here visiting Armorrazors.